When a coin falls into your hand, it is more than metal and date. It is a portal, a bridge to a moment, to a reign, to a whisper of a world long past. Today I am showing you something extraordinary. The 1379 Qirsh from Saudi Arabia. Close your eyes and imagine. The year in the Hijri calendar, 1379. The winds of desert nights, the echo of footsteps in courtyards, the silent majesty of palaces lit by lamps. In that year, someone struck this very coin, Qirsh, with care in minting. It passes through unknown hands, across years and borders, bearing witness to change. When I turn the coin in my fingers, you see an inscription in Arabic, Qirsh, below the date, / the Arabic numerals, the styling, the balance of negative space and calligraphy. Every curve and stroke speaks to craftsmanship. On the obverse side, you find the royal titulary, King of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and the name. Crossed swords lie beneath a palm tree, the emblematic symbol. Every line is crisp, every detail telling a story of sovereignty, of authority, of identity. The coin is copper nickel, about 6 grams, roughly 26.9 millimeters in diameter. It was struck in the Egyptian mint in Cairo, evidence of the interconnectedness of the region's history. Numismatics +1. The edge is milled, catching light with narrow ridges, each ridge catching a glint or shadow as you tilt it. Now imagine where it has been. First in circulation in bustling markets, in souks where merchants weighed spices, where traders exchanged currencies, where every dirham, every qirsh mattered. It passed through exchange, through pockets, through years of use. As time marched on, coins wear, they fade, they pick up scratches, they carry patina. But some survive in better condition. Some escape the ravages of daily use. The one I hold now is remarkable, not just for survival, but for preservation. The inscriptions remain legible, the relief still pronounced, the surfaces holding a quiet glow in the right light. Collectors know. Rarity lies not just in existence, but in condition, in provenance, in the stories that cannot be erased. A coin is the storyteller. When you hold it, you feel centuries press lightly in your palm. You sense the weight of history. You feel the gap between then and now, and you become part of its journey. Now, many will question, why is this coin special and why demand such a price? Let me speak plainly. First, because 1379 was the final year of this denomination's issue in that period. After that, monetary reforms and shifts in currency systems reduced or eliminated the qirsh in its old form. This coin belongs to the last generation of its kind. Second, because surviving examples, especially in clean, strong condition, are few. And third, because this very coin is being offered now in a moment of discovery in your hands by me for $99,000. Think a $99,000 price for something most people would dismiss as just an old coin. But this is not just old. It is rare. It is symbolic. It is visceral. It is the intersection of art, history, scarcity, and human desire to possess something unique that I ask you. When has anything else offered you that combination? A piece of metal that carries identity, that traveled through time, that speaks Arabic, that speaks of a king, of a country, of a kingdom whose history shaped the world you live in now. This coin does that quietly. It demands respect. You can imagine a collector, someone who values meaning above mass, someone who sees beyond the face value. They see heritage. They see something that can never be manufactured again in the same time. A coin they may pass on, turn into a legacy. A coin they may display, educating those who gaze at it. A coin they may study, the arc of letters, the alignment of date, the depth of strike. Every angle reveals change. Slight wear, a tiny nick, a faint scratch, the way the light grazes the Arabic script. Those tell the narrative of use, of handling, of survival. If you were to show this to someone unfamiliar, they might wonder, why $99,000? And you might say, because some things are beyond face value, because some objects carry time in their bones, because it is rare to find a coin with clarity, authenticity, and unbroken lineage, because collectors pay for connection, for the sense of having something deeply singular. Holding this 1379 Qirsh, you sense the distance between past and present shrink. You see from one side the inscription, the date, the emblem, and then flip it, catch the reflected light, feel the ridge of the edge under your fingertips. You feel a weight that is both light in grams and heavy in meaning. And then you remember, this coin is not just a relic. It is now offered in your sight. It is now part of a negotiation. It is now part of your world. To possess it is to carry that story forward. This is the moment of decision. I present to you the 1379 2 Qirsh coin of Saudi Arabia. It is not common. It is not average. It is unique, it is rare, and it is powerful. The inscriptions remain vivid. The surfaces quietly alive. The edges catch your eye. The weight reminds your hand. The story reminds your mind. For the opportunity to own this singular object, I ask for $99,000. It is not a number plucked from air. It is the value of rarity, of elegance, of history distilled into a small disc of metal. It is the price of bridging centuries. It is the price of carrying that bridge forward. If you accept, you own more than a coin. You become its steward. You become part of its continuity. You become the next teller of its story. And in return, you reap something far greater than face value. You reap a connection to a bygone kingdom, to a moment in time, to the hands of people who held it before you. You become part of that ancient chain. $99,000.